Welcome to your virtual tax preparer. I'm Jennifer. In these videos, I'll go over some frequently asked questions and offer some words of advice. If you should have any additional questions, please feel free to contact me and schedule a free 30-minute consultation at yourvirtualtaxpreparer.com. Today's topic is about 4 different forms of business ownership: sole proprietors, limited liability companies, S-corps, and corporations. I'll talk about the different tax treatments, but I won't get into the legal liability, which they're a little bit different for each of the different forms. Sole proprietors are one of the most common forms of business because of how easy it is to become a sole proprietor. You don't have to have a DBA, you don't have to file a special tax return, you just have to keep track of your income and your expenses, and you file it on your own tax return. You pay taxes at your income tax rate. The downside to sole proprietor is that you would have to pay self-employment taxes if you had a profit. The upside is if you have a loss, those losses can offset any other taxable income that you have on your tax return. Another form of business is a limited liability company. Limited liability companies with 2 or more people do file a tax return, however they do not pay taxes. The taxes are then passed on to the members of the limited liability company, and they pay the income taxes on whatever profit or losses they had from that LLC. They also, like sole proprietors, have to pay self-employment taxes. If you're a single member LLC, just note that you would actually file just as a sole proprietor on your individual tax return. You would not have to file a limited liability company return. Another popular form of business is an S corporation. S corporations, like the prior forms of business that we talked about, do file a tax return. However, they do not have to pay taxes. The income is passed on to the shareholders of the S corporation, and they are taxed at their income tax rate. There are no self-employment taxes, which is a major benefit of the S corporation. However, you do have to pay yourself a normal wage from the S corp, and you would pay payroll and normal taxes through that payroll wage. Corporations, on the other hand, are very different than all the other forms. A corporation is its own individual, has its own tax ID number, and files its tax return and pays taxes based on any profit or losses. The shareholders of a corporation would then get their dividend distribution and would pay income taxes based on whatever their distribution portion was. Typically, they consider a corporation as a form of double taxation. It depends on which business form works best for you based on really how much income you have getting started. Most people, again, start with a sole proprietor. It's the easiest form. If you're not making a lot right off to begin and you don't have to give yourself a normal wage, that's usually the best form to get started. I hope you found this video helpful. I would love to hear about what additional topics you would like to hear about, so please email me at taxprep@yourvirtualtaxpreparer.com. Also, if you have any additional questions, please feel free to schedule a free 30-minute consultation at www.yourvirtualtaxpreparer.com.